SwitchBot has launched their K10 Plus Pro robot vacuum cleaner. It's a small size vacuum cleaner that takes care of itself, meaning it comes with a base station to charge itself as well as clean out the collected dust without any human interaction. It also comes with this mopping plate that you can attach a wet cloth and this can mop the floor for you. Now in the box you get the vacuum cleaner, some manuals in different languages, 2 cleaning brushes, a base station, 2 4-liter dust bags, a pack of wet cloth for mopping, and finally the mopping plate. It is estimated that the bags can last for 90 days, but I guess it depends on the size of the apartment. Now for the setup, they provide you this 6-step guide to get you up and going. Firstly, you need to place the vacuum cleaner next to the base station. Then you can start the vacuum cleaner by lifting the lid. Then install the SwitchBot app, select Add Device and search for the SwitchBot K10 Plus Pro. Then hold the power button to turn it on. This will then take you through a series of steps to set up the vacuum cleaner by first connecting the device to your Wi-Fi network and then finally getting it ready to start working. Once it starts, it will first map and clean your entire house, and this may take a while depending on the size of the house. Now because of its compact body, it can easily navigate itself around tables and around chairs. It has a 360 degrees LiDAR SLAM system to fully scan your house, and the PST lateral sensors help in positioning around its surroundings to reduce the number of collisions. It also has this cliff sensor that detects edges such that it does not fall off stairs or even from a height. It also has a suction force of up to 3000 pascals, which is supported with a battery that can last up to 2 hours. Now for a 60 square meter apartment, it took about 45 minutes to clean it and used up about 25% of the battery. Now let's look at some of the features in the app. In the app, you can edit the map and split areas as you like. You can also merge areas to make a larger area. You can then assign some names to each of the rooms. You can either clean the entire house or select certain rooms, or even select a certain area that you want to clean. You also have the ability to schedule cleaning such that you can set up the repeat cycle, select if you want the whole house or a certain rooms to be cleaned, and also how many times to clean it. You also have the ability to remote control the vacuum cleaner manually using the app as the remote. In case you have many floors in your apartment, then you can have multiple maps for each of the floors. Next, in the settings, you can set certain do not disturb time so that during these times it would not give any voice indications, as well as it will not clean up the dustbin as it makes a loud noise. In terms of connectivity, let's look at connecting it to Home Assistant, Apple Home and Google Home. Let's start with Home Assistant. In Home Assistant, click on Add Integration and then search for SwitchBot. Here we are going to select SwitchBot Cloud, and then we are going to specify the API key and the API token. For this, you have to go into the app, click on Profile, then select Preferences and then select About. Here, click 10 times on the app version and then you will get the developer options. In this developer options, you will get the API token and the API key. Copy and paste this inside the integration, and then we have integrated SwitchBot Cloud into Home Assistant. Now let's go ahead and look at the K10 Plus robot inside this. Now here you get the vacuum entity, and let's look at the options. So first of all, we get this play button to start the vacuum. Then we get the pause button to pause the vacuum. And finally, we have this option to send it back to the dock. Now, along with this, you also get to see the battery percentage, as well as you have this option to start cleaning the whole house. We can also set the fan speed, which corresponds to how strong the vacuuming should be. Now we can control this device using the voice assistant in Home Assistant. I could start the vacuum cleaner, but I could not find the sentences for pausing and asking the vacuum cleaner to return to the dock. So I created some automations for this. Firstly, I made sure that the K10 Plus Pro entity is exposed to the voice assistant. Then I created an automation to pause the vacuum. For this, I added a sentence as the trigger saying pause the vacuum. And then in the actions, I selected the pause vacuum action. Here I selected the K10 Plus Pro entity and saved this automation. Then I created yet another automation in which I set the sentence to return to dock, and then in the actions I selected the vacuum return to dock action. And here then I selected the K10 Plus Pro entity and then saved the automation. Now if you want to add this to Apple Home or Google Home, you will need this SwitchBot Hub too. This is a matter-based hub and it shows you the temperature and humidity on the display. The idea is that you keep this hub somewhere where it is visible and it has better Wi-Fi connectivity such that you can control any SwitchBot devices using this hub. Once you add the vacuum cleaner using the hub, the vacuum cleaner appears as a switch that you can turn on to start cleaning and then turn it off to send it back to the base station. This is the same when you add the hub and the vacuum cleaner to Google Home. You can buy this device from the SwitchBot website or from Amazon for $599 with currently a special offer of $200 off on the price. You can find the links into the description below. Now I keep on making videos around how you can make things smart, so make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as hit that like button for more such videos to come. Till then, take care and I will see you in my next one.